Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And it's Bane in at the shooting guard. And for Los Angeles, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
And makes me think of Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
And here's Morant. Here's Bane. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Leonard. That one falls.
Masterful execution. Kawhi just has a sense for when to shoot the mid-range.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Pass to Adams. Now here's Brooks. Morant outside from deep three-point range. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Outside George. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside. And he goes big with the dunk right over John Morant.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Here's Morant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now here's Jackson. Guarded closely. Down low. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man. Reggie Jackson can still provide scoring. Maybe not at the 19 points per game level he once did, but he can still make an impact.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Leonard looking around. No good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And Reggie Jackson, Steve, as you said, not the big scorer he once was.
He's got a reduced role, Kevin, on this team right now. But he can still get you a bucket when needed. Credit to Reggie Jackson for staying ready at all times.
Here's Jackson. John Jackson making his last shot. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Shoots over Morant. And the shot no good, a bit short. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Bane with the bucket.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Morant against Jackson. And that one's good. Morant.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Morant against Jackson. Leonard attacking. And the rejection by Jackson. It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Leonard on the wing. Brooks covering. Zubac trying to break loose.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. And he gets it to go.
The offensive versatility of Kawhi, able to rise up and hit the jumper there with confidence.
There's Morant. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And the basket by Jackson.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Jackson finds Leonard. Over Brooks. That one a little long.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Pass to Morant. Off on the layup. Clippers trail by 5. George passes to Jackson. To the middle. Outside for George. It's hauled in by Adams. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Bain. Back to Morant. Yep, that one goes in there. Morant's got 9.
It breaks down your defense when Ja Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with him is obvious. Doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate tempo.
Hey, Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator.
Your Clippers pick.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Powell, he's checked in for Leonard. Mann subbed in for Jackson. Here's Mann. It's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Knocked loose. And there's the pass to Mann. It's Covington on the wing. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Jones. Passes it to Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jones, no luck. Clippers trail by 10. Now Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside. Here's Batum. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Anderson outside. Here's Jones. And Covington sends it back. Here's Mann. He kicks it to Covington. Man passes to Batum on the money from 12 feet away. Batum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Jones with it. Here's Conchar. Here's Clark. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Powell. George passes to Man. George double teamed. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Amir Coffey.
Now here's Powell. He's guarded by Melton. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Powell. Over Clark. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. DeAnthony Melton out there with Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Anderson, and it's Conchar into the threesome.
And it does a lot for Covington when he can finish through contact. Gives him the confidence to take it inside, even when there's traffic.
And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Kennard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. You know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
Now here's Anderson, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Trying to defend Kennard, you know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
The sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
And so he hits both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. It's stolen, and he drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Pass to Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Clark kicks to Melton. 4 on the shot clock. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the paint. Here's Coffey. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Williams passes to Anderson. Driving in. He feeds it to Clark. Anderson trying to free himself up. No good from Clark. Clippers trail by 3. Kennard on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Covington. Pulls up on the elbow. They get it back. Now the pass to Coffey. There's the drive. It's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Jackson is checked in for Terrence Mann. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Bain comes in for John Conchaw. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Memphis leading by 3. Anderson passes to Bain. Williams with the ball. Anderson outside. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And push it up 4 on 3. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Bain. Pass to Jackson. Over Jackson. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Not just a floor spacer with the jump shot. Jaren solid also from the mid-range.
And here's Kennard. Takes it from 10. Good on the bucket. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Luke Kennard gets the ball off quickly, and the mechanics are consistent.
Pass to Jackson. Morant outside. It's Williams, high post. Kicks to Anderson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Batum against Morant. A shot by Batum, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Anderson. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Adams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks comes in for Williams. Now, here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Clock at 6. Shoots over Adams. Los Angeles with another miss.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Brooks. Morant's got 11 points.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. They're getting pushed around on that low block.
And there's the feed to Leonard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
It's Morant with the drive.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Here's Leonard. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Kawhi Leonard will never shy away from carrying the offensive load. He can step up and do that for his team.
Now here's Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Morant. Adams trying to free himself up. Moves back up. And the layup is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 7. Now Jackson. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Passes it to Brooks. With his first shot attempt and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And when you watch Dylan Brooks play, you know, he's got some sandpaper to his game. Not shy about trading elbows.
I love those guys. You need these guys to win in this league. Willing to take the defensive challenge and put their bodies on the line to get stops.
And he makes the first.
What makes Dylan Brooks especially valuable to a team, he's a competitor who you can count on to produce in the clutch.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Paul George comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Powell in for Luke Kennard. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And both free throws good for Brooks. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Floats one up. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads cut down to 5 on the bucket from Jackson.
Love that by Reggie Jackson. The floater is a natural move for him.
Brooks kicks to Jones. Back to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Over George. That one off the back iron and out. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got off to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Their passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement in the second half.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers?
Got to give some credit to the energy of their bench. second unit guys are trying to make a name for themselves tonight. And you know, light the fire under the starters, baby.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
If you were as strong as Brooks, you'd also be aggressive inside.
Now here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Starting to have with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Leonard against Brooks. Outside Leonard. And there's the drive. Grizzlies with the rebound.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Zubac with it. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Here's Bain, defended by George. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Now here's Morant. He's got 13. Drives to the hoop, and the layup falls. Morant's got 15.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Here's Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Mann's checked in for Los Angeles. Clark is checked in for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Bain. Memphis leading by 4. Morant with it. He's got 15. Leonard with the steal. To the inside. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Brooks. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. And it's Morant missing. Melton. A shot off that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morant against George. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Now here's Brooks. He can't hit that time. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. No good from Zubac. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Here's Leonard. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. Now here's Leonard. He's got 12. Some solid defense from Clark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Into the lane.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Clark. Big D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 6. Here's George. Takes it off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Covington's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Powell in for Leonard. Memphis also making some changes. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Clark. Williams comes in for Brooks. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. Tries again. Excellent D there from George.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Powell in the high post. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Jones. Williams trying to break free. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Anderson.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Covington with it. Jones covering. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his third foul of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Adams. And Conchar subbed in for DeAnthony Melton.
John Conchar.
Here's Mann. And the pass to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Tries from 10. Conchar pulls it in. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Batum with the steal. Here's man, defended by Jones. Passes to Covington. Here's man. George looking over the floor. 14 feet away, and he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
Nice recognition from Paul George there. Understanding the shot clock situation and cashing in.
And Covington sends it back. For 3. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Anderson kicks to Jackson. Pass to Williams. Outside, Jones. Pass to Conchar. Stolen by George. And here we go with George. Nobody back. They now take the lead. George has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Because of George's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, Anderson and Jackson inside. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bain in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Covington. The dish to Powell. To the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Brooks outside. He takes it in. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside, George trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Passes it to Powell. Shot clock at 6. From the stripe.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Here's Anderson, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Working off contact is something Anderson does extremely well, and he does it a lot.
Jackson dishes to Covington. He kicks to George. Driving the lane, and he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got the lead back up to 5 now for Los Angeles. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Bain. Good work there as it goes.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And that one's good. George.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Down low. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
Love the shot selection Jaren Jackson has, especially from the interior. It's why he's so efficient.
Jackson with it. Jones covering. Kicks it to Powell. Teardrop shot, and he lays it up and in. Powell's got his first points in this one.
Strong move, then the soft teardrop. Powell's a sneaky score in the lane.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And as good as his offense has been, Norman Powell's calling card since he entered the league is his defense.
So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Leonard in for George. Memphis also making some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins's message to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
All right, David, thanks. And Smitty, what makes Powell such a great defender? Clearly he has the tools.
Yes, Kevin. He has good awareness, that's one. Lateral quickness, and he's very physical, and he puts that 6'11" wingspan to use.
And the first one drops.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team, and these guys, they follow him.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And one thing about Ja Morant that can get lost in all the highlights, he is truly a gifted playmaker. Great vision, and he manipulates defenses to create openings for his teammates.
Let's not forget, he led the nation in assists his sophomore season at Murray State. His court sense and feel for the game are advanced, especially for a player his age.
Here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Leonard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Here's Leonard over Brooks. Leonard, no luck. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Bain passes to Brooks, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead. Here's Jackson. Pass to Powell. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Leonard. Takes a shot at the elbow. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson.
That's his first personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Clippers on defense. They lead by 1. Adams outside. Here's Morant.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
And the Clippers call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. Fans, your Clippers Spirit.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
On defense, the Grizzlies. It's a 1-point game. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Powell. On the wing, Jackson. Hits it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Brooks against Jackson. Kept alive. Here's Adams. Can't connect from short range.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
It's stolen by Adams. Shoots over Leonard. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Foul for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bain. He's off on that one as the Clippers taking it the other way. Powell kicks to Jackson. 1:09 left in the 4th quarter. A baseline J. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet opposite happened.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. It's Powell with the drive. They grabbed their own miss. Got it! Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 4. 51 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. here. George is checked in. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morant, right side. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now, here is George. Pass to Zubac. Unloads from 9. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. It's in!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Game, no good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Here's George. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jaren Jackson Jr. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Clippers. At the charity stripe, Paul George. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Bane inside the three-point line. Misses the jumper. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Kawhi. How do you evaluate your team's progress at this point in the season?
We got to come out and just have the same mindset and energy every night. You know, that's the thing that we're working on, trying to be consistent at, and just knowing the game plan. And, you know, once we get that down and we start making our shots, it's going to be very hard to beat us.
And you're winning games in the meantime, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
better things, on the better things, on the better things, on the better things.